Hi, it's me again. I've been on social media today and I'd like to read to you some of what I've seen. Here's a post from a lady who is a regular contributor. It makes my blood boil when I see on TV and hear the amount of people that still think it's okay to swan around willy-nilly enjoying the sun. I think of the two beautiful young nurses that died a day ago, both in their 30s, giving their all to patients with this virus. Tragic, tragic for their families, and most of all to the three children they left behind. These people can't all be thick, just pure self, self, me attitude. Let's hope, if nothing else, when this is over, this experience will sort out the chaff from the wheat, and we are left with a more thoughtful group of people around us all. Thank you to everyone who are helping our oldies, our young, and our sick. You're heroes. To which someone replied, I agree with you. Some people are thick, and some have never had no said to them. Self, self, self. They make me ashamed when so many people are doing their best in difficult circumstances. A member of my family died yesterday. I can't be there or go to their funeral when it takes place. Truly sick at heart. And then there's this extract from an article that I read. Residents fear for their safety as crowds ignore lockdown rules and gather on Sheffield streets. South Yorkshire Police has been urged to take action against crowds of residents ignoring lockdown rules and gathering on the streets in parts of Sheffield. A concerned resident, upset at people gathering in the Furvale area, took pictures of a group on Weldrake Road and asked some former Sheffield councillor Ibra Hussein to help him highlight the issue. The former Labour councillor of 16 years posted the images on Twitter and has called for South Yorkshire Police and South Yorkshire's Police and Crime Commissioner to act. He said residents fear for their safety and claims the current way of policing lockdown rules is not working in Furvale and neighbouring Page Hall. Mr Hussein has also asked Sheffield MP Jill Furness to look into the issue and act. In a tweet to the MP, he said breaches of the lockdown rules are putting lives in danger. South Yorkshire police officers have hand-delivered letters to homes in Furvale and Page Hall outlining what the lockdown rules are during the global coronavirus crisis. The letters were translated for the Roma Slovak community, with a large number of residents having moved into Furvale and Page Hall over recent years. Mr Hussein said residents are very upset in Furvale and Page Hall at the number of people still gathering on the streets. There are many people trying to observe lockdown rules and not leave their homes, and others ignoring them. People are scared at the spread of the coronavirus, and it feels to many people that it is one rule for one and another rule for another. I am calling on the police to take action now because lives are at risk. The rules need to be enforced strictly. They have used the softly approach for too long now, and it's time for enforcement. Under lockdown rules, people are only allowed to leave their homes for food, medical supplies or appointments, exercise and for essential travel to work. And finally, I read this. Health Secretary Matt Hancock has criticised sunbathers for breaking lockdown rules and warned the government will ban outdoor exercise if people continue to ignore the advice to stay home. He warned those who are flouting the guidance, you are putting others' lives at risk and you are putting yourself in harm's way. So here's the thing. If you don't like being locked down, you should do what's necessary to end it as soon as possible. And that means obeying the rules. Since when did Britain become a nation of lawbreakers with no regard for the health and safety of your friends and neighbours? Since when did so many, thank goodness not all, but so many younger people wish for the death of their parents and grandparents? People like Terry Christian, who are completely ignorant of the truth, whether it be Brexit or coronavirus, openly state that they want old people dead. Mr Christian even forged a picture of two NHS nurses holding up signs saying something to the effect that if you voted Tory you would be told to give the ventilator to someone else, when the real signs were asking people to stay home. You are an absolute piece of something soft, brown and smelly, Mr Christian, and all you selfish, self-centered bastards who don't care if asthmatics, heart attack victims, people with pulmonary diseases, your parents or your grandparents die. It's about time you realise what arseholes you really are. You belong to a generation that has never had to want for anything and always had what you want. As kids, you were given toys and chocolate all year round, and at Christmas you got more of the same. When your grandparents were kids, people my age, we got something at Christmas and birthday, and the rest of the year we had to save our pocket money, which we had to earn if we wanted sweets or toys. My parents fought a war. My own generation spent the first decade of our lives in austerity, and when things got better in the 60s, we had to work for what we wanted. We were grateful for what we had, whereas you spoilt asses complain about what you haven't got, and yet you have everything. You are a disgusting, spoilt, disgraceful bunch of downright scum. I hope your grandparents are proud of your wish to see them dead. Thank goodness there are lots of your generation who have grown up with better values, who had parents who taught them some discipline. But you shits who refuse to follow the rules, you are patricidal and matricidal scum. I, I really don't have the words to tell you what I really think of you. You are just pure evil. And the fact you don't even know it goes to show just how evil you really are. See you.